Somebody hold me back, I'm losing patience. So don't give me an excuse, cause I got nothing to lose. My fists are black and blue from hitting the pavement. Don't get in my way, it don't set me off, cause I'm not somebody you'd wanna cross. This wanted man got guilt on his hands, and I'm not somebody you'd understand. I'm feeling dangerous, let ashes burn to dust. I'm ruthless in my blood, I'm feeling dangerous. Don't get too close to me, you might not like what you see. I'm ruthless in my blood, I'm feeling dangerous.
Yeah, there's nobody that's coming to save me. Trapped in the dark, but truly that's what made me. Yeah, I'm built different, just look at all of the scars. If I didn't make the change, the world would tear me apart. I've realized to survive I had to be a beast. This determination in my heart has set me free. So can you tell me now, who I got to fear? They try to knock me down, but now I'm still standing here. I use my pain, yeah, that's what makes me dangerous. Always been the underdog, pushed through all the changes. Mama always told me to be careful who you hang with. I never switched up, yeah, that's what made me dangerous. Look what I overcame, look how far I made it. They'll never knock me down, one day I'll be celebrated. Made my peace with all the harm that came to us. It made me this way, yeah, it got me feeling dangerous.
I'm feeling dangerous, let ashes burn to dust. I'm ruthless in my blood, I'm feeling dangerous. Don't get too close to me, you might not like what you see. I'm ruthless in my blood, I'm feeling dangerous.
Yeah, look, I'm feeling dangerous. Yeah, I'm feeling dangerous. They can't stop us. They can't stop us, no. They can't stop us.
Feeling dangerous.
Feeling too dangerous. Feeling too dangerous. Yeah, we feeling too dangerous.
Feeling dangerous. Don't get in my way, don't set me off, cause I'm not somebody you'd wanna cross. I'm feeling dangerous. I'm feeling dangerous, let ashes burn to dust. I'm ruthless in my blood, I'm feeling dangerous. Don't get too close to me, you might not like what you see. I'm ruthless in my blood, I'm feeling dangerous.
Yeah,
I'm feeling dangerous.
yeah, let's go.
I'm feeling dangerous.
What I got to fear? Nothing. Yeah.
Woo! Are you ready? It's fucking Sunday. Let's go. Week 7 is starting right now. And if I didn't just put some, I don't know, goosebumps in your veins, I don't know what you're doing. Is your finger on your pulse? What? Are you alive? Because I am. And I'm ready for 1 o'clock. And my homie is also ready. I got to get his live reaction. How you doing, Syl? Oh, I got him muted. Oh, he's unmuted. What's good, homie?
I'm muted. What's up? What's up? I tell you, we always talk about the evolution of the countdown, man, and a lot of good Easter eggs in that video, man. Great job with the intro. It's going to keep evolving, and it's Sunday, man. It's Sunday. I'm always feeling good on a Sunday, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Then thank you. That was the whole point. I told you. I was like, yeah, you know what? New intro, but I got to sneak some of our favorite quarterbacks in there. You know, just little tidbits and. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's about telling our story along with telling the stories of many others. So, yeah, dude, another Sunday. Let's not waste any time. We do quickly talk about Thursday real quick.
Yes.
You picked I forget who the Jags played now. The Saints. You picked the Saints at home.
I picked
they
the Saints.
almost came back.
They should have won.
They should have won.
They should have won.
He just said it straight up. They should have won. They should have won.
Yeah. If y'all saw the game, I mean, first off, it was a very cool time doing the Thursday show. We debuted the Thursday countdown show, and I'll probably do more of my parlays on that Thursday, just FYI on that, because they kind of can focus on one game. But we obviously got more coming this week for a Tuesday show as well, our power ranking reveal. So very excited for the expansion. But that Thursday game, man, I tell you, the Saints, if we're gonna go and jump into talking about it now. So that game, okay. I went to the game having perceptions for both quarterbacks, and I walked away disappointed on both accounts, right? Trevor Lawrence, I was like, okay, everyone keeps saying he's next, right? Him, Justin Herbert, they next. Now, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing where we next. Like, Trevor Lawrence threw for 200 yards. He only threw the ball 29 times. This is not franchise quarterback numbers that we're talking about here.
Nope.
He surprised them by scrambling for 60 yards. I thought his knee was messed up. Like, all of a sudden you're running. They're like, whoa, bro. Like, so you Lamar Jackson now? Or what's going on? Like, I thought we was playing Trevor Lawrence. Like, you know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is that was a good team win for the Jags. So I'm going to give them credit. Travis Etienne, if you have him on your fantasy team, y'all eating good because he's carrying the offense. The receivers, I mean, hey, good job for Trevor Lawrence giving Christian Kirk the ball in space. Okay, great job doing basic throws, and Christian Kirk has a 4.3 speed, right? Great job, Trevor Lawrence, right? Calvin Ridley still looking for like 5 catches in one game, please. Right?
I'm over here.
So, you know what I'm saying, bro? It's just I'm not seeing like you have the weapons, so it's still up here. It's still up here for Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
And the AFC South, we keep telling y'all about these South divisions. You got my home away from home, the Colts. They're not impressed with this. They're like, oh, we got Gardner Minshew could do exactly what Trevor Lawrence just did.
Right.
And our defense is just as good, and we probably could run the ball better, right? That's how they're sizing up the Jags, man. And then, the Texans, they're like, yo, our quarterback's better. C.J. Stroud's probably the best quarterback in that division now because Anthony Richardson's hurt, right? So it's like, I'm just saying, man, Jags, good team win, but if you play a good quarterback, you're not winning that game, and that's what I'm going to get on Derek Carr. My goodness. He's in the running for Father of the Year. He started yelling at the children on the field, man. Like he's yelling. Like he had a total I never seen Derek Carr get – have you seen him ever get, like, just discombobulated like that? I've never.
Nah, I mean, a few times in the Raiders uniform. That's kind of why it reminded me of him at the Raiders. Like, have a few of those – ish meltdowns, but that was to a new level. Yeah, he was up to a new. Well, he also he looked like ass, like in some of those throws. But you know what I'm saying? Some of those throws, like whoa.
I'm gonna first, and maybe Necron will pop up in the chat when I say this. I'm gonna apologize putting Derek Carr on Dak Prescott's level. Dak Prescott is your consensus above average quarterback.
Right.
I thought Dak proved it in that game against the Chargers. He did just enough. He's not going to, he's not going to, run you off the field, but he's above average. I thought Derek Carr was too. Derek Carr is not above average, bro. Like this dude, he was missing so many throws. He getting mad at the receiver. Like he's messing. Derek Carr's messing up, and he's But with all that said, though, this is again why I said that I'm not high on the Jags. The Saints still should have won that game if it wasn't for that pick six. That was big in the fourth quarter on Derek Carr. Missed tackles, but Christian Kirk has again 4.3 speed, so he broke away and got that touchdown. And then the tight end, poor guy, I forget his name, and probably never know his name because he dropped the ball in the end zone. And I feel sorry for him. That was a game time touchdown. The Saints would have won that game in overtime. And Saints are a mid team. The Jags have a mid quarterback, in my opinion. So.
Oof! Right now he's playing mid. Right now he's definitely playing mid. I couldn't agree with you more than that. Like it's funny though. If you did watch the Thursday countdown, it's kind of what we're doing a little recap of it now too. Is I literally predicted this. I was like, yo, I haven't seen a lot of pick sixes this season. And I feel like it's going to come tonight and it's going to be from Derek Carr. I said, I hope it's from Derek Carr. And it literally happened. That's what happens when you're trying to do too much too late. Like they should have never got behind. I also said that at the beginning of the countdown when we started talking about that game was that whoever scored first and whoever fell behind was going to stay there. And that's exactly what happened. There was no lead change whatsoever. Yeah, it got closer and they could have tied the game, but there wasn't a lead change from the get-go, from the first minutes of the game. So yeah, it's hard to watch those games, man. And I keep bringing it up in our own chats, but this mediocre quarterback play is just I don't want to watch it. I'll go watch even though I say this, while I was watching Saturday football yesterday for the college quarterbacks, I think that's the reason why college football has been viewed more this year is because the quarterback play in the NFL is worse. And they're playing better. They're scoring more. Like people want to see scores. They don't want defense is cool to watch for a couple of weekends, but like that's not what the game to see. The reason why the Chiefs are so popular is because they're a high-flying offense. The reason why the Dolphins are so popular now because they're scoring so many points. Like nobody wants to continuously see defense all the time, and I don't think it's because the defenses are playing so much better, scheming so much better. You know that hasn't changed wholesale in the last couple of years. It's just quarterbacks are playing worse. Yeah. So, and last Thursday, this past Thursday, that's just like the epitome of it. You think that Trevor Lawrence was gonna like really show it and separate himself, but then just has a kind of a down week. But somehow runs all over the field when we thought your knee was hurt.
That's like, bro, I'm thinking like, okay, he's gonna be a little gimpy. So I mean, that was the difference in the game. Him rushing for 60 yards, right? And so, like you said, the quarterback play, that's a big thing when you're in prime time, man. Like, I mean, with that game, it was good to see Kamara. He seemed, into the offense. He had like 10 plus catches. So, I mean, the Saints, they're going to be like in this average team. But like I said, it comes to that quarterback. You showed up to these games prime time to see, some points, like just by that Giants and Bills game last Monday was just terrible. Was it last Monday or last Sunday?
It was Sunday night.
Was terrible because it's like, bro, like you don't put primetime games like this, man, with bad quarterback play, man. So, like I said, we're going to, probably bear a few. I think this week we kind of make out, I think, but we'll check the schedule on that.
Yeah. It's tough. And that's, it's funny that I mentioned I will say, sorry though, to the Giants. They did end up making that a game, but still neither team scored over 20 points. Like nobody wants to fucking watch that. That's high school football.
Shout out to Tyrod Taylor though, coming off the bench. He's a very reliable backup. I don't blame him. I blame Josh Allen for playing down to his competition yet again. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like that's what you're trying to be the next dude, man. It's like you got to separate yourself in these moments. And like I said, man, everybody ain't built for it, man.
Yeah, it sucks to see, honestly, but it's what's when you have the standard that we've seen for so long over this past 2 decades, from 2000 on, Peyton Manning, even I'll put Phillip Rivers in there. Like at least he showed up. At least you knew what you were going to get. At least he was consistent. And I would say he was top 10 quarterback the whole time he was in the league. So Drew Brees, even, like we had all these quarterbacks that were playing great, like, and now it's just like who's gonna be the quarterback now?
Yeah, that era. I mean, you're talking about Peyton, Brady. You mentioned Brees, and then you had Phillip Rivers coming to the league, and then Eli Manning, Ben Roethlisberger. Like we had like generations of quarterbacks, bro, and it's like they're all kind of gone now, and you're thinking, okay, you got Patrick Mahomes. Okay, can Joe Burrow stay healthy? You know what I mean? It's like it's not as loaded as we thought it was going to be with these quarterbacks.
Yeah, I know. It's I guess I'm just in the state of disappointment and kind of just like realizing that, I guess. But with that being said, let's go over a quick fantasy forecast here for us and shoot through these games because a lot of them are pretty much decided, unfortunately. Thursday game. I will say this one's definitely decided. You got 19 points. I got 4 points from Calvin Ridley, dude. A whopping 4 points. Which I wasn't expecting that. So, what do you say about this game? How much points do you think you're gonna beat me by? I guess I should just ask you.
Well, I mean, it's I'll go with the projections. They say I'll get you by like 40. So, so we'll go with that. But I mean, with fantasy football, it's all about injuries, and it's all about your backups. And so my team's starting to get healthy again. And for you, blame Trevor Lawrence. He's not getting the receivers involved, man. Like that's just the problem right now. And so, you always gotta watch the matchups and the waiver wire on that. Yeah, I'm feeling good about the team. I mean, Justin Jefferson's still on the IR, so I still got a couple more games to get him back. But I got Jamar Gibbs back, the Lions running back, who everyone wanted to trade from me. He's the number one running back now on the depth chart because everyone else is hurt. That's why you can either can hold water or be Mr. Transaction like Carlos. I'd rather just hold. That's
what I did too, man. That's what I did too. And well, sometimes though, Najee Harris, like he had to go, bro. I'm sorry. I was hoping Najee Harris is gonna do something for me this year. I feel like I wasted a lot of my top picks, which sucks. But you're absolutely right, man. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs fully back today. Fully expect him to have like a huge game too. Because the Lions running offense have kind of done Reynolds and then the other guy a little bit. So
Montgomery was been major. Yeah.
That's who it was. So and what up, Israel and Money Train James, by the way.
Israel in the chat.
What up, homies? Yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. You're probably going to win by 40. Sucks. The only time I only think my saving grace is like, oh well, like I was thinking in my head, well, maybe Jamar Chase has another 90-point game, but he's got a bye this week. So,
yeah, I'm really not winning.
So I'm really
that was
not
your only
winning.
chance.
No chance. Well, the next game we got to look at, we got Money Train James in the chat. Let's take a look at his game. Money Train Wayne against Mr. J all day, baby. Somehow he scored 44.44 points with Alvin Kamara, which is kind of crazy. Straight 40.
Yeah.
Jay-Z's numbers right now. I gotta love it.
Yeah, I think that's a difference right there. That Kamara, I think that's going to be the difference. Yeah,
especially going against James Cook, who hasn't been like highlight plays all season for Buffalo, and they're primarily a passing team. So yeah, I think that goes for you. But Josh Allen versus Jalen Hurts, that's a cool battle to see as far as fantasy goes. So I'm gonna keep my eye on that. And Green Bay's back off of a bye. So we'll see if they start sluggish with Christian Watson or if they come out firing because obviously Stephon Diggs is going to get his.
I won't write him out like you said. I won't just count him out that quick. Speaking of Mr. J, because Josh Allen, like we said, he's known to play down to competition, and Belichick may still be in his head at times. Who knows? And then Jalen Hurts is going to be in the shootout Monday night or Sunday night. Tonight against the Dolphins. So he could put up a lot of points, right? So that's gonna be something to watch.
Yeah, definitely a good matchup, dude. And but I will say, Mr. J, I think he's got the edge on you. Unfortunately, his quarterback, he's got Jimmy Garoppolo on the bench and just Jalen Hurts as a starter. Man, it must be nice for you guys. You got just quarterbacks just chilling on your bench. I'm over here Gardner Minshew on a bye week, bro. That's how it goes. But yeah, Mr. J, I would say keep an eye on it, man. Don't give up. Like me already today. But I think
you don't have to give up Mr. J. Awesome.
I'm giving up. I gave up this week. I'm looking at the waiver wire for next week already, dog. But next game we gotta look at is TJ 4-2. By the way, TJ the Canadian came in and just wreaking havoc this season so far, which I'm surprised by. I'm glad that he came in and he's like he came in ready to play. CFL, I thought the CFL regular was gonna, be a little lackluster, but he's like, nah, dude, I know who's good. So he is predicted to win a little bit. It's a little bit of an edge. It's 54% to 46%. We're looking at Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson. ETN Jr., who gave him 27 points already. He had Brandon McManus as the kicker. It's 11 points. It's kind of low for the end of kickers. You're going against Matt Gay, who's known for hitting 60-yarders, which will give you a lot of points in our fantasy. I think, unfortunately, obvious, you got a clear winner here with Patrick Mahomes and TJ Hawkinson and Mostert on the same team. I mean,
oh yeah,
he's a little stacked. He's a little stacked.
Canada's representing, right? So
Yeah.
we gotta give love to Canada when they're winning, right? And though the jokes on Carlos' dad, again, he has Tyreek Hill, Lamar Jackson. He has weapons. He has terrible matchups.
Yeah,
terrible matchups every week. Like he's probably scoring as much as anyone in this league. It just you run into bad matchups. He got back to the Canadians got Patrick Mahomes. ETN already represented Thursday night. It's not going to be enough. Mostert, he goes crazy. So just another bad matchup. The joke's on him.
On you.
Canada for the win.
Canada for the win. And I mean, TJ Hawkinson, hopefully he has a big night on Monday night too. Like, yeah, you never know. So Canada is coming into the league and they're doing their thing, man. I'm just glad that he is doing his thing too. And we got the Mr. Transactions Jr., Bat Dan, Gotham City Ballbusters, who refuses to be the loser of this league, which I love. And we have Zane, who finally updated his lineup. We got him to update. Look at Slade. You update your lineup, and he's got a clear 62% chance to win. That's what they're saying. Obviously, Rashid Shaheed scored more points this week than Calvin Ridley. What the fuck?
That's wild right there. And this is I love both these guys here. Slade's more of a basketball guy, so I understand. Yep. Dan, he's just getting into the fantasy, but I say all that first to preface this. This is a total mid-off, right? So this game right here. So literally this could go either way. You got Kenny Pick 6 on one side. Josh Dobbs, who's on borrowed time now. Kyler Murray is back at practice. So Dan, just letting you know in advance, Dan, start thinking of other quarterbacks in the next week or two here. Because and then Jalen Hurts, he doesn't even throw to Devontae Smith. I don't know what's going on with that method, right? So Travis Kelce may be the difference though for Slade. He may pull this out, but like I said, both these teams, they're not the best rosters.
Yeah, it sucks, dude. Mid off. Oh my god, that got me. That shit got me.
Gotta be somebody.
That shit got me, bro. Yeah, I will say obviously Slade, Zane with Kenny Pickett, who was my quarterback at one point in this league, and Rashad White. I think Amon-Ra St. Brown is they're going to be the deciding factor too with Travis Kelce. Yeah, you just have he has more people. Good. Yeah, he just has more
guys over there. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, Slade for the win. Get your second win. I love to see it. We'll be 2-5 versus 2-5 at the end of today, and then we have Knights and Cents. Dave Miller, who was at one point leading this league, 4-2, going against Green Lanterns Lightning. That's DC Talk, who's got 21 points already with Chris Olave. That's a big game from Chris Olave.
That is, yeah.
But going against it's Geno Smith, Devin Singletary, Devontae Adams, who are all good players. Kyle Pitts, not really a passing tight end right now. At least not right now with Desmond Ridder.
He's not getting a lot of targets.
Yeah. But then you have Keenan Allen, Mike Evans, Dallas Goedert, Saquon, and AJ Dillon. Yeah, I'm gonna give Dave Miller the win here. I mean, that's probably why he's 4-2. He's not, he doesn't have a bad team set up here. But
I'm leaning on Dave. See, I mean, he's been, kind of the standard so far, until my team gets healthy in the fantasy league. So though, you can't trust Russ. Can't trust Russ too much there. But Saquon's back. Keenan Allen's a target machine. Mike Evans is going to eat. So I mean, he has weapons. Like he literally has, and then on the other side, DC Talk is, hoping they remember they have Devontae Adams, on the Raiders, and which Geno Smith's going to show up today because he's, kind of an average quarterback. He puts up numbers. So yeah, obviously I'm leaning towards Dave's team. He's been the favorite in probably all his matchups.
Yeah. I was surprised when he lost. I think the scoring changed probably effed his team up a little bit this year. But I would say maybe it gives us a little break to talk about this. I think ever since I changed the scoring and finalized it, I think it's been good. I don't think there's been like too many things where I know there's been some like, well, how did this happen? Well, it's like, well, he had 372 yards. He might not have had whatever, but that's a lot of freaking yards. And there's some bonuses when you go over 350 in our league. So I think since we changed the points, it's been pretty consistent and hasn't been crazy. No kicker scoring 90 points.
Been a real improvement for sure. And that's what it is. It's just kind of a trial and error. First year rolling this out. So we having fun with it, man.
Hell yeah.
Carlos.
I was gonna say, what up, Carlos? Appreciate you. He did a little chat wave. He started over on the SylNation Sports Network and then made it over to my chat. But yeah, dude, I think we're getting to his game soon too. So I think there's a reason why Knights and Cents, Dave Miller, you've been winning. So gonna definitely get the W today. This one, it started out like 51-49. And then Derek Carr in our league, he just has a game because you go over, 300 yards. That's huge for our league. And obviously made enough plays, made enough passes. They were trying to make a comeback. So the passing game was just on full forefront. Gave you 67 points as a quarterback. That's a lot. That's a lot for our league. I don't think that's a little bit above average, I would say.
Yeah.
And then Blake Groupie, however you pronounce that, 12 points. It's about average a little for a kicker. So starting out, coming into a Sunday, having 6 players to play still and being up 79-36, you got to feel good. But then on the other side, Skywalker, he's only had one person play, Reign of the Superman, and he's had 36 points already with one player, and that's his flex position. So I will say, God dang, I got to text him right now. He's got 2 people in his starting lineup that are out, so that's gonna do it for you. I gotta set his lineup. I'm gonna text him right now.
This is not a good matchup for me. Debo Samuel is out this week, so that's gonna hurt. Christian Kirk did do his part. Is Baker going to air it out? Is he going to air it out to Mike Evans today? He should. So that'll give you a fighting chance. But come on now. On the other side there, they got 2 of my favorite receivers, Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, Bijan Robinson, probably offensive rookie of the year. Laporta gets a lot of targets. Sleeper tight end right there. Great team, or that's your boy Cal, right? Great team over there. They should win this, probably easily.
Yeah. He's got himself set up, man. I said I had a sleeper in here. I didn't realize like how much of an aficionado he really is. He just has that eye. He drafted Sam Laporta. I mean, he's been riding with him all year, and yeah, I don't.
That's solid.
To me, he's not a sleeper anymore because I saw that draft pick and I was like, all right. And I saw Sam Laporta firsthand against the Buccaneers. So yeah, he's got a solid team, and obviously you got CG there in the flex. I mean, that's just a slap in the face. You go all the way down his lineup with Kupp and Puka Nacua and Laporta, and then you get to and Chris Godwin, almost a wide receiver number 1 on any team is down there for the flex. So yeah, I texted him.
Team.
Yeah, I texted. Yeah, right. He put a two-faced mutilator. It's a great name too. I just texted Sky, so hopefully Sky will get his team updated and make this a little more interesting. But yeah, Kyle for the win on that one. And then we have the homie Carlos just showed up. What's good, Carlos? The Last Sons, who changed his name to Mr. Transactions. I love it.
Perfect.
I love it. Against our homie Necron, who finally changed his logo, looking nice. This is nice with these logos looking up here with the different team logos. I think the chances to win are crazy right now. I mean, people. We gotta get Necron updated.
The only nice part about Necron's team is the logo. Mr. Transaction for the win. It doesn't matter whatever Necron tries to do. He could bring in all his backups all he wants, and this is over already.
Oh my goodness, dude! Yeah, it is. I mean, we have to I just wanted to take a look. Is there anybody he can bring in? He has bye, dude.
Yeah,
I'm gonna the NSYNC Backstreet Boys. Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
You would have had to get a whole different quarterback. Everyone's on a bye. God dang, that sucks. That's a wrap, dude.
With fantasy, you got to plan ahead. That's why I was saying with Dan, you got to kind of look forward, look ahead a little bit with these matchups, and your bye weeks are important. That's why the draft is important, because you really got to draft around your bye weeks.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's what I try to do to keep, fresh quarterbacks. So, like I said, it's a learning experience. It's all good.
It happens, man. It's his first dipping his toes in the fantasy too. So I get it, Necron. He's always telling us like, you guys tricked me. He's like, bro, we weren't even.
No, he picked all Cowboys and Texans.
Like, bro, he's like, oh shit, I only have the Cowboys filter on. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? That was a great draft. But yes, I think that game is wrapped already. Good win on your part, Carlos. And we have Stino, who hasn't updated his logo yet, but updates his lineup pretty regularly. He is 4-2 by somehow. He's going against John Enriquez, the homie. John Enriquez, who is 2-4, has 18 points already from Evan Ingram. Now, we're looking at the probabilities here, 68-32. It's because you got Garrett Wilson, who's got a bye in his starting lineup for Stino. So we just need – if Stino might not update his lineup, he might still win this matchup, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I mean, come on, Tua Tagovailoa, he's going to put up numbers, right? But Derrick Henry on a bye.
Garrett Wilson.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't trust any Broncos offensive players right now. So, it's a good chance John may take this just based off of Stino may not have enough players playing, but
right.
Keep him in, you know what I mean?
That's just what it is. Yeah, you got Kirk Cousins as quarterback, Pacheco as your running back, Pickens as a wide receiver, Elijah Moore, Evan Ingram, who's already scored for you, Jordan Addison, who has been a clear replacement for Justin Jefferson's right now. So, yeah, that's a nice W for you right there. John Enriquez, get back into the winning column and on the winning streak, man. We'd love to see it. And I love to see it too, because you could steal wins in this league just by being active, just by setting your lineup every week. Then people forget, and then they're like, oh, come playoff time, those people might be in contention, but you also might have a better team by then because you've been watching, you've been paying attention to who's the fantasy leaders and all that. So yeah, it is a fantasy forecast. I'm kind of pissed, man, because I love the whole aspect that like fantasy's brought into me watching football. But when I go into a Sunday knowing that I clearly lost already, oh man, it hurts.
Damper.
Yeah, it hurts, bro. It hurts. But yo, we got about 25 minutes till game time. So let's get right into them picks, bro. And we talked about it. 31-24. That's up top as a Thursday night game. The first game of the day on the list. Woo! It's the NFC South matchup, dude. I am so hyped for this game. It's different now that AFC East is like not the same teams anymore, right? It's not the same as far as I used to watch Patriots. Patriots were the clear favorite. Everyone used to play the Patriots. It was a competitive division. Now I'm watching the Bucks. I'm a fan of the Bucks, and it's a very competitive division. I mean, Saints, but it's like it's only three of us. The Panthers might as well not even exist, dude.
As far as in the NFC South, everyone is in contention except the Panthers.
Except the Panthers. Yes. The Falcons versus the Buccaneers. They're coming in to Tampa, actually. And Tampa is a favorite, 2.5-point favorite. So it's a pick 'em as far as Vegas is concerned, but they're giving a little bit of the edge to the Bucks. We saw the Bucks last week come out flat after their bye week. Got creamed in the creamsicles. And it sucked to see as a fan. It sucked to watch. But as I'm watching the game, I thought, man, this really feels just like it's like a do-over. Let's just reset. Forget about it. Throw out the game tape, all that stuff. I think today's going to be different. I think Baker Mayfield, he didn't put in all this work to get to where he is, to have the narrative like fall back to what he used to be. I think he's really trying to separate himself from the past, be somebody like new, I guess, be a new person, a new quarterback. And I think the Bucks, they're going to take this at home, but it is going to be a scrappy game, dude. There's two good defense, a great defense going against a great running attack. So it's kind of like where you need to see what's going to happen there. But also, all that the Buccaneers offense has to really do is just connect on their passes, and they'll win this game. There's just, if you're watching the game, last week. There's a lot of overthrows, a lot of mistiming on between the quarterbacks, and I don't know how much the bye week has to do with that, right? You stop practicing, you stop the consistency, you stop the cyclical nature of things, and you're out of sync. And that's what happens when you come back. I think that's kind of what I saw coming back off the bye. So today in Tampa, place is going to be rocking. And Ray J, who do you think is going to take the win? Falcons versus Bucks?
Well, first off, I gotta rewind. You said they got creamed in the creamsicle jersey, so that's
Awesome.
that was a bar right there. But I mean, last week, like you said, it's real easy for us to overreact, especially if it's our team, right? And they lose like that at home after a bye. You're like, man, like this is, the sky is falling. Hey, you're in the NFC South, very competitive division. You're leading the division.
Everyone lost last week.
Derek Carr.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you're in a good spot. You know, if your goal this season was to be competitive in the division and have a chance to win it, you're right on schedule, right?
Yep.
If you're the Buccaneers, I think it's clear for them. They're not trying to tank and get a new quarterback. It's like 5 good quarterbacks coming out from college. They're like, no, we're going to be competitive. We're going to be competitive, stay under cap. That's why, you may lose Mike Evans after this year. So, but they're very competitive right now with the Falcons. Same formula, now it's on the road, so it's no lemon pepper right on the road here, right? But solid defense. They give any quarterback trouble.
Yep.
Great offensive line. We love the coaching over there. Running attack. Bijan Robinson is like the new Marshall Faulk. Like, dude is nuts, right?
Yeah.
So that's good to see on offense, but what's holding him back? Desmond Riddler. Like, he's not really the answer.
Yeah.
That's why I keep hearing these rumors of Justin Fields to Falcons because they're not really trusting Ritter that much. I also like Drake London, good receiver over there with the Falcons.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts doesn't get enough targets because he doesn't have a real good quarterback. Goes to perfect, right?
Right.
It's going to come down to I'll say this with the Bucks. Baker Mayfield, great story for this season. I think the difference in every game is going to be the quarterback play. Jared Goff had a better game last week. This week, I think Baker's got to be better than this kid over there, Desmond Ritter, right? Like, that's literally, I think, the only difference, right? Vita Vea is supposed to be cleared to play. So
Yep.
the defensive line is going to be strong for that running attack. It's going to be a nice matchup. I'm going to go with the Buccaneers to edge this out.
Yeah, hopefully we get some home juice at home. But I will say, Atlanta's not far. And Tampa is, if there's any city that has more transplants from other states, I think Tampa is like the biggest transplant state. Every time there's a game in Tampa, the away team somehow finds a way to fill like half of it out. Yeah, when I went the Bears versus Tampa game, there were so many Bears fans there.
Yeah.
Same thing, the Lions versus Buccaneers. There's a bunch of powder blue in the stands. Like, how is it? It's just because everyone. Florida's nice, dude, and they don't want to live in their own state, but they want to cheer for their same team. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, bro. But,
this is gonna be a game to keep an eye on, though. Like I said, the Bucks they're gonna be solid. Again, this is for the division lead, so it's a lot of like you said, juice to this game,
dude. It's big, man. It's big. There's so many you see America's game of the week, but this isn't one of them. There's so many other great games too, which I understand, but. Keep your eye on this one. This is the division matchup versus a scrappy division where anyone can win. And if the Buccaneers win this game, their percentage to make the playoffs is 73%.
70,
If they lose, it's like 34%. So it's a big difference. This week 7, it all comes down to week 7. How could we have known, dude? But hey, the next game on the list, it's our teams to start the day, man. Raiders versus the Bears. Now in a reverse situation from this, you are at home, but you're not favored because it's the Bears. But I'm not gonna go into it. You're the one who's at home field there and Soldier Field. So let me know what's going on versus the Bears, bro.
So the Raiders here, right? They decide to come to Chi-Town, right? Now I know it's been a tough year. I'm not supposed to have any optimism after what I saw the last couple of weeks, but sometimes this is what happens in football. You lose your starting quarterback. Oh, the sky is falling, right? We got this undrafted rookie who's better known for his daddy being an arm wrestler, Tyson Bagent. Just trotted out on the field and actually outdueled Kirk Cousins last week. It's just a late mistake lost
Right.
in that game. Somehow we're like confident at home right now with
Bro.
this undrafted rookie quarterback. Just pass the ball to DJ Moore, bro. That's all you got to do. That's the whole game plan.
Right.
The Raiders are not a good team. I repeat, the Raiders are not a good team. They are totally mid. They're trotting out there, I think, with they're playing Brian Hoyer today, I believe.
Yep.
Brian Hoyer, I don't think he hasn't played since since Brady was still healthy
I was
a
gonna
couple years
say,
ago. Like
yeah.
he hasn't played in a long
Right.
time, right?
I will say though, Super Bowl champion Brian Hoyer. All right.
Right? So Brian Hoyer is out here likely to start because Jimmy G's out, right? So the
Yeah.
Raiders, I mean, good. If y'all watch any Raiders game, their offense looks terrible. Devontae Adams is frustrated. Even when they win, he's frustrated. That's how bad. We like Jacoby Myers because he goes across the field. He's a great targeter guy,
Right.
get his targets. Josh Jacobs, I forget he plays for the Raiders sometimes as a running back. So they are ripe for picking for a home afternoon Bears win. We're going bearing down with the Raiders. We got to win some of these games, right? So we're gonna take that one. We're gonna take that one.
Yeah. Hey, man, you got to think about it this way too. I think with the Raiders, they've known that Jimmy Garoppolo has been out, right? But with the Bears, they've been game planning for what's his name, the undrafted guy, the Bears quarterback.
What's his name again? Tyson Bagent. Yeah,
Tyson Bagent. All right, so he actually played last week. Saw some game time.
Yep.
Was able to get some reps. It's unlike Brian Hoyer. He did get some game reps, but you got old guy versus young guy, and young guy at home with somehow the Bears franchise, dude. You got the fan base. I don't know how you guys still have a hope, or enthusiasm. I don't know how you guys do it, bro. I don't know how you guys do it, but
we're born with it.
Hey, you're coming right. Hey, you gotta be built different in Chicago. So you're coming in today with hope, with enthusiasm. It's week 7. This is the time for you guys to shine and pull off the home upset. Yeah, I'm going Bears.
Upset.
And Necron saying the Raiders. Oh no, Necron.
On cue.
Necron.
And even Vegas is like, yo, this is an ugly game. It's still a pick 'em, though Raiders is favorite, in Chicago. With a backup quarterback.
I know, dude. It's tough.
So disrespectful, man.
It's tough, man. All right, that's the way it goes, man. That's the way it goes. And another. I think are the Colts right back at home again this week, and they have Minshew Mania. Oh wait, no, it's back at home. They were in Jacksonville, but it's Minshew Mania. Right. He is not favored. They're saying it's a close game, but it's 3.5. So it's Browns are getting more of a favorite. Deshaun Watson's back, bro. Deshaun Watson's back. He's playing today. Browns are gonna win this game on the road. I will say the Colts defense is really good, and I'm sure that those boys would love to get a few licks in on Deshaun Watson. Might fuzzle him a little bit, get him a little confused, get him a little frazzled, not knowing what to do. So that could be an area of contention. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy win in Indianapolis. I don't think those really happen too often, easy wins in Indianapolis. Right?
You gotta fight for it.
Yeah. Right. But I think the Browns, they've been playing scrappy. They just beat the 49ers. I mean, come on. They're gonna win today. Who do you got? We go right through all of our favorite teams almost. Browns versus Colts to follow. Raiders versus Bears. Who do you got, homie? At Lucas Oils.
So as we know, again, home away from home, Indianapolis. Now I know, during the week we kind of have flashbacks of the old Blue Mondays where, and if people don't realize back in the days of the Colts, like when Peyton Manning, he built the city basically, right? And we would get so hype up, and then we'll lose first round of playoffs or divisional round, and we're just sad all week, right? And that happened a lot of times in that time. But we've been high on Anthony Richardson, right? The rookie quarterback, Cam 2.0, right? And so we was excited to see what was going to happen. Week 1, we saw this kid was taking too many shots already, man.
Yep.
He has to you got to kind of coach that out of him, and he kept doing it. So finally, that shoulder injury was too much. He's out for the year, season-ending surgery. So it was a little blue for a day or two, right? But then we realized that we got the best backup in the league, Gardner Minshew. We have our defense is always good. The Colts defense always stays solid. I think Shaq Leonard is back. He gets hurt every other week. And we have top 3 rushing attack in the league. Zach Moss with Jonathan Taylor.
And he's coming back.
Hey, defense and running game, and just control. Don't turn the ball over, quarterback. You can win a lot of games in this league, right? And the roof is open today as well.
Oh shit!
As the Cleveland Browns are covering the town. But if y'all saw my power rankings, I'm very high on the Browns. Their defense is amazing. Myles Garrett, he's the killer crossover on defense. And they got, and you see, I got him at number 10. So I got to, I did put that in there because I'm looking ahead in the schedule that, hey, they may be favored if Deshaun Watson plays. Deshaun Watson's playing. I think the Colts has a formula to beat 65% of the teams in the league. It's just the Browns, I think defense is that good.
Yeah.
And Deshaun's going to be the extra boost. So I gotta keep it real. I think the Browns going to win this game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be – I don't think that the Browns will cover the spread this game, though. I'll say that about this game. I'm giving the Colts that credit.
It's going to be ugly. Yeah.
Manage Minshew, establish a running game, good defense. I think they have the ability to do what they do. But you got to see, Browns, Kareem Hunt is starting today as well. He is back as well today. So they're going to have a full offensive power, I believe, on the Browns side. So the defense got to be ready to play.
Old man Amari Cooper.
Yes.
He is still kicking out there in Cleveland. He didn't go there to die, Cowboys fans. Amari Cooper's doing great. He's the number one target for the team. So, yeah. I like the Browns. For some reason, I like teams like this. It's defense. It's gritty. I like the Browns.
I like everything about the Browns but Deshaun Watson, dude. That's the only thing I don't like. Just don't like that guy, bro. I don't like him. Fucking dirty guy. Anyways, we got the NFC East. NFC East. Netcrown, where you at? We need the NFC East. Our standout guy who's a part of that Cowboys Nation. We need to get his thought on this game. Commanders favorite on the road.
Tie.
Yeah, right.
Both teams
for real.
lose.
They both lose. That's great. Commanders are favored against the Giants at home. No Daniel Jones. Saquon Barkley is a little banged up. Giants just been looking kind of. Well, I will say this: 2 gloves. Tyrod Taylor. Teddy, he knows what he's doing though. And he is a veteran in this league. There's a reason why he's a backup quarterback. He's not going to go out there and not try to win the game. You can catch a good Tyrod Taylor at 1 p.m. on a Sunday versus the Commanders who's going on the road. And you have Ron Rivera who doesn't know what he's doing anymore, apparently. He's just like, oh, yeah, we're coaching today? Okay, cool, guys. I didn't even know I had this quarterback. I didn't even know this. He doesn't know what the hell is going on. I think I forget what his name is now.
Sam Howell, the Commanders quarterback?
Not the quarterback. The coach. The coach. The other
Rivera
coach
for the Commanders.
He's the head coach
for the Giants. Yeah.
Nope. I'm thinking of he's an assistant. He's a coordinator.
Bieniemy.
Bieniemy
for the Commanders.
Bieniemy. Yeah.
He's gonna be the next head coach for the.
He's a pseudo head coach right now. He's a pseudo head coach. But I'll say this. I say the Commanders gonna not cover the spread, and they're gonna lose today. I think the Giants are gonna steal a home win just because the Giants are the Giants, and there's no rhyme or reason for their wins. They almost beat the Bills, but I'll say that's more to Josh Allen playing down. But yeah, I think the Giants get the win at home just because MetLife is MetLife. The field sucks, and somebody on the Commanders probably gets hurt because of the turf. So, what do you think is going to happen in MetLife today? I always got to shit on New York, bro. What do you got? Commanders versus Giants, bro.
Hey, the Commanders, they're such like a conundrum. It's like, what enigma, I should say. It's like, what is this team, right? Like, my Bears destroyed them, right? And it's like, something's really wrong with this team, right? I mean, Ron Rivera, people are trying to march him out, out on the pasture for Eric Bieniemy to take over to be more of an offensive team. But Rivera's still there. According to just rumors, Commanders are, we got the trade deadline coming up.
Yep.
The Commanders are sellers. Either your buyers or sellers, or you're staying put. They are sellers, meaning they're probably giving up on this season. Just keep an eye on that, because Chase Young is on the trade, or people are inquiring about Chase Young and Montez Sweat. Those are 2 edge guys for the Commanders, which is wild because they're known for their defensive line. They may be breaking up that defense, which because you can't pay everybody if you're not winning, especially too. So that's one thing. The Giants showed a lot of heart that Sunday night game. I gotta give Tyrod Taylor. Hey, we gotta love those veteran quarterbacks. We talk about bad quarterback play. That's one thing.
Yeah.
But these solid veterans, they come in there and they don't want to be the reason you lose. You still got Saquon Barkley, who has, Saquon Barkley is auditioning for his next contract next season. So if he can play, he's gonna ball. So I'm gonna go for the home team. Actually, I think the Giants, they should have beat the Bills last week.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna pull this out. A division game at home, not gonna mean much by the end of the season. But like I said, it's gonna be a NFC East ugly game. I think Saquon's gonna lead them to a win at home.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The upset at home, we got 2 of those already today, which is hilarious. Next game we have on the list, the clear favorite as far as Syl is concerned for week 6. Number one. A lot of crazy comments about that. Gotta love to see it though. Only here on SylNation Sports Network will you get those comments, bro. Lions, they are not favored on the road versus a Ravens team who hasn't been great at home, which I'm very surprised by. So I will say it sucks that the Ravens aren't healthy, so we can't really see them like at full-fledged force what they are. I think OBJ's might be trying to play today. It was a game time decision.
Maybe a game time decision for OBJ. I know he practiced this week, so that's good.
Okay. So yeah, it's obviously good that maybe that's why they're favored. But I will say Lions have been playing. I have to agree with you in your assessment. The Lions have been playing more complete football than the Ravens so far. I don't care. I don't think the Ravens had that much of a home field advantage even. And the Ravens, for me, barely made it in the top 10. So I'm going to go Lions.
For me,
they're both of us. I think they're like 9 or 10. So I'm going to say Lions are going to go on the road and win this game, cover the spread, and I think they're going to surprise the Ravens fans who think, we're favored at home today. We're going to get this win. I think they're going to be surprised, and I think the Ravens really are going to be surprised as a team and as an organization. I feel like I expect so much more from them. I feel like they could be a lot better than they are. But obviously, Justin Tucker, most points as a kicker, I believe he got last weekend. So he is money to be made back there, and I love kickers in this league. I love the specialty guys. So I still love the Ravens, but I think Lions get the win on the road today. Who do you got in Baltimore?
Yeah, this is going to be a good game. Like we talked about, some good games on both windows and primetime games. Like I said, you got to love football, okay? So the Lions, I meant it when I did the power rankings. I said they're playing, like you said, the most complete ball. You can't deny it. Their defense is solid. Jared Goff is playing very smart football. He's not the reason why you win, but he's not going to lose it for you, right? And you got to give him that credit, man. And then it goes back to Coach Campbell, right? Great just philosophy he started last year with his team. That running game has been real for a couple seasons. Like last year, they had DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, got him a
behind
job.
That line, right? And then he got a little dinged up last year. They had Jamal Williams, and he was like tearing it up. This year, they said, we're not going to pay either of y'all. We're going to draft Jamar Gibson, and then we're going to sign Montgomery from the Bears. And they're still like churning. You know what I mean? And Gibson, the rookie, gets to start this week for my fantasy team. And so the Lions they're becoming a well-oiled machine, which is just may get scary for the NFC. I'm not being like hyperbolic at all with this. I think they're really that good, man. The Ravens going into Baltimore, I gotta say, me and you, we're huge fans of Lamar Jackson, right?
Yep.
Human highlight, right? He, is Michael Vick 2.0.
MVP.
He is all these things. He has a great winning percentage. All right, former MVP. I don't doubt Lamar Jackson at all. I doubt his teammates, right? This is when I doubt, like, guys dropping the ball. Like, OBJ, is he really healthy? He's going to play, but is he really healthy?
Right.
We love Zay Flowers, good offensive rookie, candidate of the year. But, their running backs keep getting hurt. I forget the guy's name off the top of my head. He went out week one. He went out week one. He was going to have a 1,000+ yard season just by the looks of it. Shreds his knee, right? So it's like, it's the teammates, and I gotta blame coaching. Lamar should be in more of these, divisional and AFC championship rounds, man. And it's like they really. I know injuries is tough. I know I can't just say everybody sucks. His secondary is still banged up, right? But for this game, I just think the Lions are, I got them number 1 for a reason, and I got the Ravens like number 8 or 9 for a reason. The Lions are a better team, y'all, and I think the Lions is going to be a statement win. If people don't believe the Lions are good after this game, they go, wait a minute. They went on the road and smacked up the Ravens. I mean, Lamar's going to keep them in it, but I got to go with my power rankings on this one. This outranks anything. Lions for the win on the road.
A new way to give us a reason to pick our teams for better or for worse. Yeah, those power rankings definitely help on that decision. And I think it'll be a great game to watch, though. Any game that has a 3.5 point spread or less today is a good game to watch, in my opinion. This game we don't have to spend a whole lot of time on. Patriots are gonna fucking lose, dude. It sucks to see as a Patriots fan. But I say do a yard sale, get rid of everybody just playing for next year. I think that's kind of what the consensus is as Patriots fans. We take those losses back to back. We're just kind of done for the season. And it's not even like I don't think it's Bill Belichick. I think that some of his decisions right now, like get rid of Mac Jones. I don't care if it's not his fault.
You think it's a quarterback?
Do something. Yeah, dude. He only we got one good season from him with Josh McDaniels, but Josh McDaniels is such an offensive genius. He could do anything with anybody. We're seeing that at the Raiders right now. So I think we just got to make a change. We need something, some dynamic change, because right now doing this same thing over and over and expecting different results, that's not going to happen, right? We know that it's not going to happen. So yeah, Bills. Yeah. Please don't kill the Patriots by 30 points, but all the beatdowns that we put on you over the past 20 years, I wouldn't expect if Josh Allen goes into Foxborough and tries to score by 30 today.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, it's easy. The Bills are going to win this game. I mean, the only question is, is Josh Allen going to play down to the competition? And
right.
I think the Patriots, the scrappy defense, they, Belichick is still there. It just, he don't have the horses on his side. But I think Josh Allen's going to turn the ball over, play ugly, then win in the end. I think that's what's going to happen in this game. So that spread, I wouldn't put money on the Bills against bad teams. I just wouldn't. I don't trust Josh Allen at all. You know what I mean? But I do think the Bills are going to win. Just they won't cover the spread. With the Patriots, it's been a lot of talk about Belichick. Is he done? Is he, the word is he signed an extension before this season. Like, Belichick isn't going anywhere. Like, he's going to retire a Patriot, coach, right? But what's the problem with their team? I blame coaching. Like you said, is it Mac Jones? Is it get an offensive mind in there, Belichick? Like, what are you doing? Like, get a real coordinator. Whether you probably broke Mac Jones, right? So you're going to lose enough games to get one of these new shiny quarterbacks coming out of college. So Belichick's going to be able to hand select his next quarterback for the next 7 years or however long he wants to coach.
Right.
And you got to get a right coordinator. You can't break these quarterbacks. Everybody's not Brady, bro. Everybody's not going to adjust with every single change.
Yeah.
You had the GOAT, right? So you got away with a lot, for 20 years, Belichick. You got to do it like everybody else, man. You got to do it the right way.
Right.
So, yeah. Bills will win, but like I said, just Josh Allen, I don't trust him.
Yeah, don't bet the spread because they might not. But that's what I'm saying. I think I wouldn't be surprised if they try and win by 30. But maybe trying to do that is what keeps the Patriots in the game. And yeah, Bill Belichick, dig up some notes from before 2000 on your quarterbacks, and then go over those notes because everything after that does not apply.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. You do not get credit for Tom Brady's career.
Down to the 4 p.m. games. We got Cardinals Seahawks, 8.5 point spread. Joshua Dobbs, probably his last game as a starter, at least for the Cardinals. Seahawks at home, got Geno Smith coming off a loss, and they're actually, they're kind of like the Buccaneers, right? They want to forget last weekend and go at home. You want to play great. So I think Seahawks are going to get this win. I won't be surprised, though, if it's within this spread. If Joshua Dobbs trying to put good film on like his resume. Right. He doesn't want these last all these weeks to be what he's remembered for as the Arizona Cardinals quarterback. I think he has potential. He just kind of it's one of those guys that he's too smart for his own good and needs to get out of his own head. So I think he plays well enough to beat the spread here, but not beat the Seahawks at home. No way. I don't think there's a possibility against the 12th man. Who do you got? Arizona going up to Seattle today at 4:00.
Yeah, like you said, Joshua Dobbs, he's a fan favorite, right? I mean, I think he made himself some money, as a backup. He's a high-end backup in this league. Like I think he can spell any team for a couple games. So, he's making some money. So that's good for him. The Seahawks, Geno Smith, like I said, it's that above average quarterback talk. Like, even if you're above average, you can slip right down to average. That's what Dak does sometimes. We saw that with Derek Carr. We're seeing these guys, what I mean? So, but at home, Geno Smith, I mean, come on, Seahawks, they got a pretty stacked roster as far as just D-line, O-line, solid running, great, wide receivers on the edge. So, Seahawks should win this game. They actually should cover the spread as well, too, because I think Cardinals, Connor, their running back, is on the IR. So they're not really having no running attack. NFC West, Seahawks has to, try to hold pace with the Rams and 49ers. So, we'll go Geno. He'll be above average and win this game today.
Yeah, you got to be at home today, especially after last week and not really showing out.
That was an ugly loss. Yeah. It just looked
ugly. Everyone got sluggish, and that's what happened, like I said, with the Buccaneers last week, too. It's 1:05 right now. The game's just starting. I'm watching the Buccaneers take their first snap of the game right now. All right. And we have Steelers-Rams next up on our list at 4 p.m. It's 3-point spread, which I'm surprised. But Kenny Pickett, who are you going to be today? This is a period of your career where you got to not be Kenny Pick 6 anymore. You got to be that quarterback that we saw in the preseason, we saw in training camp. You're not even on my fantasy team anymore, but I just want to see him do good, dude. I just want to see him do good. I can't say this enough, man. I'm sick of subpar to below subpar quarterback play. If I feel like someone who's in college can play better than you at the NFL level, that's not good. Honestly, I wish that the Patriots would put in Malik Cunningham, their third-string quarterback, because I think he's dynamic enough to give them a chance. But Kenny Pick 6, I think he is the deciding factor of this game. It's not how well the Rams play. It's not how well the defense for the Steelers play against the Rams. I think the deciding factor, the X factor, the wild card of this game is Kenny Pick 6. If he plays bad, the Rams win. If he plays good, the Steelers win. It's that simple. Everything else kind of the Steelers defense, Rams offense kind of offset each other. The Rams defense versus Steelers offense. That's what we really don't know, because sometimes Steelers are very great. Sometimes Kenny Pickett is making those throws to pick-ins in the end zone, and but other times we don't know what's going to happen. Pat Freiermuth just got placed on IR. I don't think it was season ending, but he is on IR. So that big tight end security blanket that he's used to having, you're not going to have. You're in SoFi. It is a 4 p.m. game, so it feels like a late game for the boys over there. So I think Steelers, you're going to lose this one on the road. And I'll say this. I shouldn't say but. I'll say and the Rams covered the spread. So who do you got? Steelers versus Rams. I will say, obviously, TJ Watt, you're a dog, you're a beast, but you're only on the defense. I don't think that you're going to be able to score all of the points for Kenny Pickett. Who do you got in LA? Yeah, who do you got in LA, bro?
The Steelers defense will try to score enough because I still don't trust Kenny Pick 6. We gave him that name for a reason. Right. I think he's mid for life. Because I think Coach Tomlin can only do so much to hide his quarterback, and he needs. They need a better offensive coordinator as well. We talk about coordinators issues with the Patriots. The Steelers having the same issue with Matt Canada as offensive coordinator, who's making burner accounts.
Dude, wait, when you say that, there is a whole wave of Pittsburgh people, not only in Pittsburgh, but even at Ohio State and College Game Day today. They're this chant, "Fire Canada!"
Yeah. No, this is
everywhere.
This is
They're
real,
doing
right?
Woo.
So they're obviously the problem is on the offense because again, the defense, TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, like my favorite defensive players, in the league right now. It's like 1A, 1B. Right now, I'm more high on Garrett because of the crossover, but TJ Watt and Highsmith on the other side of the D line, they're going to come to play. But like I said, you're in SoFi. I love the Rams. We talk about Dad of the Year, Matt Stafford. Like he doesn't yell at his children. He goes up and tells his wife about it behind closed doors. That's how you get mad at your children.
Did you see
Dad
what
of
they
the
did?
Year? Dad of the Year, Matt Stafford again. Obviously, my favorite names: Tutu Atwell, Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp. Name a better wide receiver core in the league right now. They are top three. Top three now.
Comic book characters.
running back Kyron Williams is out today though, so that's a blow to their running attack. But they're gonna throw the ball 40 times. You got too many weapons. The Steelers, I don't you can have a pass rush. All Stafford got to do is throw the ball quick, and he has a quick release. Just get rid of the ball. Don't let TJ chase you. And I think the Rams going to take the win again. NFC West. I like this division with the Seahawks. 49ers banged up a little bit right now. You can gain some ground. This is when you do it. So, yeah, Rams for the win.
Rams for the win, man. And they got you can't be a sleeper in the NFC West. It's like
cover spread. Cover spread as well.
Cover the spread too. So he's following my lead on that one. I believe that's the case too. I think this next game, 4 p.m., this is kind of like another America's game deal. We got the Chargers versus the Chiefs, AFC West out there, and I don't know how the Chiefs got into the AFC West somehow, but they're a part of it. I guess they're more East Coast than West Coast on my side of things, but I don't think this spread, it was on FanDuel last night when I looked at it. So 5.5 points. I don't think that's fair to the Chargers, but Las Vegas has been watching the NFL this season too. They know that the Chargers haven't been playing well. I don't know what the issue is. Is that a Justin Herbert issue, the mental issue we're talking about? Is it an issue with the coordination? Or have they just caught the injury bug early on in the season, and that's kind of what's putting them back? You got Keenan Allen, who's probably the best wide receiver right now, most consistent with Justin Jefferson being out and Jamar Chase not being consistent. Keenan Allen has been showing up every single game. I don't think he's had a bad game this season. So, he is a veteran and a proven veteran for a reason. Watching Baker Mayfield throw an incomplete pass. Oh, he fell out of bounds. All right, sweet. So I think actually Chiefs now. Let's talk about the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, the last of the quote-unquote elite quarterbacks. He's going to have to do all of the running around, all of the trickery, all of the things today. And I think the Chargers defense is going to come ready to play. Being a division matchup, they have so much film, so much experience. They know how to play an Arrowhead. It's not like their first rodeo on the road. And I think this team is gritty enough to where they're kind of sick of losing the way that they have. So I think the Chargers are actually going to get the Chiefs sleeping tonight on the road. Ooh. Chargers with the upset in Arrowhead, bro. That's how I'm feeling today. And I think partly due to mistakes on the Chiefs offense. That's what's going to give the Chargers the chance to get this win. So who do you got today in Arrowhead, Chargers versus Chiefs?
Yeah, so Chargers, I made it pretty clear how I feel about the Chargers as an organization, as coaching. I hate the coaching staff with the Chargers. Kellen Moore, the Cowboys got rid of him for a reason. Yep. As offensive coordinator. I don't know if they're breaking Herbert or if Herbert is just not him, right? I don't know yet. Like, I'm blaming more the coach and Herbert. Like, I think you can win out over the coaching because you can just fire the staff. They're not going to get rid of Herbert. he's an above average quarterback. He just comes down to average sometimes.
Yeah.
And he does have like a hand, his non-throwing hand. He gets dinged up every. He had the McRib last year. Now his left hand is banged up. Herbert just gets hurt all the time. But I mean, goodness, their defense is solid. I mean, Khalil Mack is still kicking, getting sacks. Joey Bosa doesn't play the whole game, but it just something's off with the Chargers for me. I mean, they did lose Williams, the receiver. He was on my fantasy team. Lost him for the year. But Josh Palmer filled in pretty good last week. You mentioned Keenan Allen is a target machine, right? So they're going to be in every game, right? But it's something about the Chiefs, man. Patrick Mahomes, this is probably his best season ever. This is low key because he has no one. I mean, Travis Kelce, he's right there. The latest word is not confirmed if Taylor Swift will be there or not for the game. Just let people know it's not confirmed yet.
I wasn't bringing it up, bro.
but hey, it's part of it, bro.
I know.
It's part of it, bro. But no, I mean, I do like Pacheco, their running back. He's solid. I think they found the running back, for this new style they're trying to play. This isn't your older brother's Chiefs team here. This is a little more defensive-minded Chris Jones defense. They're a solid team. And like I said, Mahomes is actually, playing. He's making some of the best decisions, I think, of his career because he has no one else on except Kelce. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs, but I don't like the spread with the Chiefs any game. They're not blowing teams out anymore. Not with this roster. McCurl Hardman is back. They got him back from the Jets. That's an overseer they used to have. So
they needed somebody.
We'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, you got Kadarius Toney, Stonehand Tony. I don't know about that guy. All these young guys. I wouldn't bet the spread, but I think the Chiefs will win though.
Yeah, it's division matchup. Definitely don't bet the spread on 5.5. But that's not a bad pick by you. I'm obviously I'm picking the riskier one, the Chargers on the road. But I think the Chiefs they fall prey to all of the lucky wins that they've had, and if they do win, it better not be on a questionable call by the referees. That's all I'm going to say.
It's coming.
It's been happening. The one team it's been happening to all season long has been the Chiefs, and we really don't like to see that as NFL fans. So, hey, man, Packers Broncos last 4 p.m. game 1.5. That is the lowest spread, and I think that's just because Vegas is like, yo, we don't know who's gonna do what.
I was gonna say real quick, this is the mid-off of the week. If you're a Packers fan, Broncos, y'all know both your teams suck. All right.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Both the teams suck. That's just what it is. It is what it is, and I hate to say that, but I don't know what it is with the Packers. Is it Matt LaFleur? Is he really what it is? And this is what happens when these generational, once a generation quarterbacks, they leave in an organization, they expose all the flaws that they were really covering up, and that's what happens when Aaron Rodgers leaves, and we're kind of seeing what the Packers are now without him. It's same thing when Brett Favre was there, then Aaron Rodgers came in, and you switch coaches, but then the Packers were still good. Why is that? It's not because they had two great coaches. They might be. No, it's because you had a great quarterback there the whole time. Jordan Love, though, I will say, coming off a bye week, what are you going to do? Is that going to rejuvenate him, or is he going to come off rusty like the rest of the teams have so far this season when they've had a bye week? So I really don't know, especially playing in Denver. That's the biggest upside that I think the Broncos have in this game is the location of where they're playing. That is the biggest advantage they have. I don't know who Russell Wilson is. I don't know what this Broncos team, you know what I'm saying? What are you going to do? But with that being said, he's probably been playing the best out of all the people on the Broncos team.
That's crazy.
Jerry Jeudy, as we talked about on Thursday night, getting into fights with retired players for no reason,
Steve
dude.
Smith roasted him, man.
And we talk about football gods a lot on this show and respecting them and everything. One thing you don't do as an active football player is disrespect the elders that came before you and paved the way for you to be who you are, especially not if we're talking about football gods and everything, Steve Smith Sr. is a saint. Okay. If we're talking, that's Saint Steve to you, bro. Don't talk to him like that. You know what I'm saying? If he's calling you a jag, you a jag, man. It is what it is. That's where I would be like, oh damn, like Steve, he just called me that. Like that must be reality.
Because, I need to step up.
Yeah, that's Steve Smith. Yeah, if we all saw him for over 10 years just rule the league and rule the sideline, no matter where he was, no matter what team he was on. He's a dog. So I think that is going to hurt the Broncos today at home. I think the football gods are not smiling upon thee. I think Sean Payton needs to stop drinking his own Kool-Aid and try somebody else's because it tastes a little bit better. I don't think he's that great. I think Drew Brees is the reason why he was the great coach that we all thought he was. It was Drew Brees. I mean, if you think about the things he did as a head coach, the most notable thing that I remember on the outside looking in for the Saints and Sean Payton, besides Drew Brees in the Super Bowl, is Bounty Gate. Like that's what you were known for. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're known for. Without Drew Brees. So I think the football gods are the reason why I'm going to pick the Packers to win on the road in a pick'em game. Who do you got in Denver? Packers versus Broncos.
Yeah, well, like I said, mid-off of the week right here. Both teams' rosters. You may be onto something with this bye week. It's probably like a bye week curse because these teams, they come off the bye week like kind of sluggish. All right, so and then you got this whole travel over to the to Colorado for the Packers. Is that going to from the Midwest to the Mountain Time? I don't know, right? How's that going to affect them? Jordan Love, there's no love for Jordan Love. Like I've been saying this all year. Is it coaching? Is he just not it? All we know is that second half, this kid disappears. He disappears in games. That's terrible if that's your quarterback, right? So that's one thing. The Broncos, we're going to be talking about our power rankings Tuesday. They're securely in the bottom five for this year as a bottom five team. And they're going to draft their next, again, Sean Payton, just like Belichick, just like the Bears, they're going to get their next quarterback in next year's draft. So they're trying to lose, but they're also sellers as far as with this trade deadline. Jerry Jeudy is on a trading block, according to certain people. Some of the defensive players on the trading block as well, too. So in a rare occurrence here in a mid-off game, I think the Broncos are going to ball because they're auditioning for other teams right now. So the trade for Jerry Jeudy,
mid-off,
Cortland Sutton, Russell Wilson. Yeah, you're not going to be a starter next year, Russ. It's over. But he's going to do just enough. I actually think they're going to win. I think the Broncos are going to win this game, and then they're going to trade away half their team and then lose the rest of the way out.
Yeah, I agree with that completely, man. I think a lot of these people who are on that team are going to be ending up on other teams, which sucks. It sucks that week 7 that like a lot of fan bases are faced with this reality that their team is going to have a yard sale and a lot of their favorite players aren't going to be there anymore. It's especially when not even 2 months ago you thought, man, this might be our year. And I'm looking at the comments real quick. Havoc. Bounty Gate was not also the New England Patriots. They had Spygate and they had Deflategate. Bounty Gate was a whole different thing.
All Saints.
And that's a fact. So Spygate, however, was other teams, but the Patriots were winning the most. So that's they got caught, and I think they were a little more egregious about it too.
Everybody was stealing signs.
Yeah, exactly. And Deflategate was a hoax. So. We all know that. You could have had a beach ball out there, and it was Lawrence Maroney who had 3 touchdowns, not Tom Brady. They were running the ball all over the Colts in the AFC Championship, but that's neither here nor there. We're talking about the past in football because those are the glory days that I like to look at. But the glory days actually, they found us on Sunday night finally, dude. We got a good matchup finally on Sunday night. Let's go. Dolphins going against the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia, one of the hypest towns in America right now because the Phillies are making their way through the NLCS for MLB. So they're rip-roaring ready to go. The Eagles, though, I think this is an inevitability. This is where reality really shows itself, and like we're gonna just go and walk into the Super Bowl again and sleep our way through this whole season and sleep our way through these wins. I don't think that's gonna happen tonight. I think the Dolphins are gonna catch them. This is a very high-powered offense versus what we think should be a very high-powered offense, but isn't. And that's the Eagles, man. They had to run the ball a lot of their wins this season because the passing game just wasn't effective. You saw it about it earlier, how he's throwing the ball to AJ Brown, but I've forgotten what the other guy's name is at this point. On the Eagles, the wide receiver,
Devontae Smith, he doesn't get the ball.
Smith, right? Yeah. I forgot his name, dude.
He
I'm saying, like, what are we doing? So that's how I feel about that. I think the Dolphins, they're playing better ball right now versus comparing them to the Eagles. And even though the Eagles are at home and Philadelphia is a rocking place, I think literally Philadelphia to me feels like they expect, which is it's a good thing to have expectations. They expect to be in the Super Bowl again, but you're not. You got to earn that. You got to earn that every year. You don't just get to go because you have great players on your team. You got to earn that, and I think the Dolphins are earning it. Their defense has been slept on all season. They're getting Jalen Ramsey back today, so I think Dolphins are going to win it on the road tonight in Philadelphia. Who do you got, Dolphins versus Eagles, bro?
Yeah, the Dolphins. This is the greatest show on turf, grass, or whatever this season. The Dolphins are playing great. They're up there high on my power ranking for a reason, because I think they're just that explosive, man. And this is really the difference in the game. I think the Dolphins, though, you can question their defense a little bit, but like you said, Ramsey may help that secondary out a little bit, though. I expect him to be rusty. Obviously, he hasn't played in months.
Well, yeah.
But the Eagles,
juice, though.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's going to hype them up a little bit on the road. The Eagles at home, I haven't believed in the Eagles all year. Like, I kept them high in the rankings only because they were undefeated for so long. And I was like, well, I got to respect that you're finding ways to win, right? But they weren't winning, like, cleanly. I know a win is a win, but still, they just weren't, something wasn't right. And they finally lose to the Jets, of all people. And I don't think everything's right in-house with the Eagles. Like, Jalen Hurts, he's playing down a level. You see AJ Brown yelling at him like he's T.O. or something now.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what I mean? The defense is a little leaky. Like, the Commanders was getting them a couple weeks ago, and, Zach Wilson shredded them last week. So it's just like something's not right with the Eagles. I'm going to invoke my power ranking right here and say Dolphins go in there for the win. And I hope it's a shootout, though. I hope it's a very entertaining Sunday night game. This week, it's only a couple teams that can make a statement this week. Like I said, the Lions going into Baltimore, I think that's going to be a statement game. If they pull that off, put the league on notice. And I think the Dolphins going on the road to Philly, that's going to let the league know, hey, we could travel with this show. And I think they're going to pull it out. The Dolphins, since they will win, I mean, that kills the spread right there. It'll be an outright win for the Dolphins.
Yeah, dude. And I think they're gonna get that spread by a lot, honestly. But the main thing, we look at this game, we say, yeah, this is probably the best game of the week. I'm glad it's on a Sunday night, but it's on the Eagles, I would say, more so than the Dolphins to make it a good game. They got to come to play today. They can't come. You can't come to the first, second quarter sleeping, because they're gonna score all over the field, all over you. And so that's my prediction for tonight. And tomorrow night, it may be an interesting game. It may be an interesting game just because of the injuries that are on the 49ers team. That may be the only reason why it's an interesting game. But Vikings are on that verge of just fire sale too, man. Justin Jefferson hurt, kind of out for the season almost. At least what it feels like, at least 4 weeks. But 49ers, I said it on a Thursday countdown. I think that they're more of a team, and they didn't fall that much for me because they barely lost against the Browns. They would have won that game had their kicker made the field goal. Yeah, the defense got them enough stops at the end of the game, and the offense did enough to get them within range to score the points. So I feel like they should have won that game. last week, and they should still be undefeated. With that being said, 6.5 points on the road. I've heard some people like, oh, Vikings at home, they're going to have this skull chant going. Bro, Buccaneers beat Vikings on the road week 1. Skull chant doesn't do F right now, especially without, no Adam Thielen, no Dalvin Cook. Like, they don't have the people that they used to have. In my opinion, Kirk Cousins should have taken a pay cut and revised his contract around somehow to keep those pieces around you, because yes, he's an above average quarterback, but he's not good enough to make these rookie pieces and these lesser known pieces play up to like that A1 level that people like Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning have, where we're hearing names like Austin Collie and Dallas Clark and these people that we have no business being as good as they are, but they are just because they're playing within a great player. That doesn't happen with Kirk Cousins, and that's not going to happen tomorrow night. I think Vikings fans are going to be very disappointed. They're going to see Mr. Irrelevant beat the actual Mr. Irrelevant, who's Kirk Cousins. He's much ado about nothing. 49ers get the win on the road against Minnesota in Minneapolis. Who do you think is going to win tomorrow night for Monday Night Football?
Yeah. I mean, I think, like you said, injuries is playing a part. Deebo Samuel's already ruled out. CMC, I think they should keep him. I'm just, he's questionable right now, but I think you should sit him this game. Go ahead and sit him this game. You still got Brandon Ayuk. You still got, Kittle out there. You should win this game against the Vikings. I'm not saying take them lightly, and this is the NFL. They're still professionals, but this would be a good game for Brock Purdy just to kind of settle down. He faced probably the best defense last week, right? And he still should have won, right? People don't, they got to credit him. He got them down the field for the game-winning score. It just the kicker missed it. So, gotta give him credit. But I put the 49ers down a little bit on the power rankings just because I'm bracing for games where Debo is going to be out, CMC is going to be out, so they can get caught slipping. Just not this game. Monday night, I think they should take care of business. I don't want to touch the spread either with this, because this could be closer than anticipated. Right. But you can't trust Captain Kirk on primetime. Never trust Captain Kirk Cousins on primetime. So I think the 49ers will win. It's just a matter of are they going to get loose? Without their weapons, probably not. So it's going to be an ugly win, I think, for the 49ers.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I can't have better timing. You can't have better timing. End on the music, and we end the picks for today. And while that happens, Mike Evans goes for a 40-yard go route TD into the end zone and tie the game. Let's fucking go. That feels good. That feels good to watch. Just having him over the shoulder, right in the bucket, just boop.
He said, "Pay me." That's all he's saying. Pay me.
It's a good thing he caught it, though. It's a good thing he caught it, because he didn't catch those last week, and that's part of the reason why we got a little banged up.
But
I will say we got to just talk about the bye week teams real quick before we get on out of here. Obviously, it would be remiss if we didn't talk about the Cowboys for 1 week. Oh, God. I will say Jets at 3-3. Very surprising for me right now, because they've hung around. It's probably their defense more so than anything is why they're not 0-6 like the Panthers are. But I would say the Jets have the most upside to this season for me, because they could possibly get Aaron Rodgers back. They just got to stay off in playoff contention, stay in a wild card spot, make it possible for the rest of us who want to see that happen. What a Cinderella story. That's what the NFL is all about, right? These underdogs making something of themselves. And that would be crazy to me if that's the case. Maybe they get into the playoffs, Aaron Rodgers wins them a game, and then I don't know, he gets a cramp or something, and Zach Wilson has to come in for a play, and he throws a touchdown. How crazy would that be? That's some of the stuff that happens in NFL history, but very surprising for me on the Jets this season. How do you feel about the rest of these teams as well? Obviously, you don't got to talk about the Panthers. They suck. They're getting ready for next year.
Bottom 5, bro.
Titans 2-4. Probably gonna trade some people.
Titans are sellers. Yeah, Titans are sellers.
They got
AFC
Texans.
South.
Surprising though.
AFC
Surprising.
South. They got a
Yeah.
quarterback, right? It's just amazing what happens when you have a competent quarterback. Now, there's no tape at all on C.J. Stroud, right? So he's catching everybody by surprise this year. And
That's true.
they're right there. They're right there in the AFC South, them, Colts, and Jags, right? So, like I said, Titans are sellers. Derrick Henry could be traded. You know, a lot of trades don't happen in NFL, but that's just a rumor that they may, you know, again, go for their next quarterback. Just like, and I meant to mention with the Vikings, they're going to try to go for their next quarterback too. This next quarterback draft is going to be stacked.
Yeah.
So you're going to see a lot of teams racing to be at the bottom. Disappointing with the Bengals, but I shouldn't be because Burrow is hurt. Like, you can't judge them too harshly. You know what I mean? It's like he's their best option to go out there, and hey, they're 3-3. You gotta try to slug it out because the Ravens aren't gonna pull ahead. You know what I mean? So they're gonna be right there in their division. Cowboys, hey, you may catch the Eagles slipping as well too. So I just think with this bye week, the team that probably has, I guess, the most promise is sneakily the Texans. I think they really can, you know, get healthy or stay healthy and really make a run this division, man. I'm not gonna call them dark horse yet. Right? If I'm gonna pick like a dark horse team right now, I would say it's probably not fair, but I would say the Browns.
I knew it was coming too. Yeah.
If I was gonna say one team that's like, hey, they're kind of gonna sneak up there, I think the Browns can actually win their division. I mean, I think that's how good they can be. But I'm not ready to put anybody else on that yet. So overall,
I don't. It's hard to say who a dark horse is because of where we're at in the season, and it's like I've said it multiple times. I keep saying until the end of week 10, pretenders and contenders. Right, the next 3 weeks is kind of where we're gonna see. But we're in the stage of we don't really know yet. There are a few teams that are standouts, but they've gotten some injuries. So it's like, oh well, what are they gonna be? It's a fun point of the season because things are still in flux. We don't really know yet. I'm very excited to see how all of today's games play out. We're kind of in the first quarter still, getting towards the end of the first quarter. And as far as the bye week teams, if your team isn't playing this week, hopefully they're doing something constructive because we've seen that bye week curse where they come out of the bye week, they come out flat, and you might as well, if your team has a bye week this week, be prepared for next week to not be a good game and to be sort of sluggish. I don't know what it is. It might be, we might see that later on in the season when teams have a bye week, they come out better. Part of the reason might be that it's early in the season. There's more stuff to do. They can go back to their college alma maters for a weekend, hang out with the boys. But when we get closer to come playoff time, come finals time in college, you know, there's going to be less things to do. So those teams who have a later bye week, they might benefit from it more. But right now, I think they're kind of sluggish. So Jets, you could use the bye week. You're a little banged up. Cowboys, you could use the bye week. You're a little banged up. Bengals, you actually couldn't. You guys can use the bye week, but I will say they've been looking better. I would like to have them more consistency. Sometimes when you get back into a rhythm and then you have a break, it's like, all right, we got to get back into it again. So it'll be interesting to see what the Bengals look like next week. Panthers, you might as well go play in the CFL for this year. There's no point. There's no point for you even coaching. You should have not. Getting Frank Wright as your head coach was your best decision you made. Did you watch the Colts for the last 3 years?
Right. I'm like, are they seeing the same coach?
Stupidest thing you possibly could have done. Texans, though, as you said, most upside out of all of these teams, just because they're the healthiest, they're the most unknown, they're the newest, so there's not a lot of tape on them. There's not a lot of, we can get you by doing this. There's not a whole lot of that because we haven't seen a lot. So I'm excited for the Texans. I'm excited what they can do. I wouldn't say dark horse yet either, but it's feeling a lot like a dark horse, bro. It's
hanging around. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing how they look. They beat the Jags already, head to head. Just how are they going to do with the division going forward? Because, like I said, they could really sneak up there. Because Anthony Richardson's out, I think the Colts going to level off. They're going to be solid, but I think the Texans could actually kind of overtake them and really challenge the Jags in the division.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of like our outlook now too. Everything that we say isn't something that we want to happen necessarily either. I would say with the Colts, dude, I said it earlier this stream, I love Cinderella stories. if we could have Minshew Mania again and he can actually play consistent, dude, like that would be amazing to see.
Yeah.
I want to see good people do good, and he's a good person. He gets the boys hyped up all the time. He brings the juice. So yeah, I would love to see Gardner Minshew do good. And yeah, Israel is like, it's a good week of NFL. A lot of good matchups.
Watching football.
Yeah, let's go watch it. And where's MTJ? Them Lions getting put back in their cages. Uh-oh. Gotta love to see it. Well,
I gotta watch that game.
We gotta go. Yeah, we gotta go watch it. Everybody, thank you for coming through today. Thank you for being here and for another good countdown. We don't not only have his show now we got the Thursday countdown. Might have a little Power Rankings Tuesday too coming up.
Power Rankings Tuesday, unveiling. The list is gonna piss off everyone. Coming
Tuesday. I can't believe that you didn't put my team on. It's gonna happen, dude. It's gonna happen. You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
It's gonna be
fun. You got anything to promo real quick before we head on out of here, bro?
I mean, it's about the sports network, man. SylNation Sports Network. Again, getting good traction on the Twitter account at SylNation SN. You got it right up there.
Yeah.
This countdown is broadcasting on not just on Good Austin's channel, but also on the SylNation Sports Network YouTube while it's live. And then for the replay, you got to be on Austin's channel for that. So just really excited for that. I've been covering a lot of college stuff, on the Twitter account. I'm gonna mix in some baseball stuff because we get closer to the World Series.
Yeah,
it may sneak in some NHL. I've been kind of keeping a little side eye on the NHL a little bit.
Dude.
So, yeah, we're having a lot of fun with, like I said, with these sports overall. But it's about, as far as football, it's about these countdown shows, man. This is been real fun expanding to Thursdays, and then the Tuesday power ranking reveal. It's gonna have everybody talking, I'm sure.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. I feel like we've always felt like we don't spend enough time on the NFL with how much we love it. So yeah, I'm glad that we're doing this, and we're gonna keep expanding. It doesn't stop, bro. It's the evolution. It continues. So yeah, man. Good luck. Good luck to you. Hopefully, my Central City Stars can pull up an upset somehow. I don't know. I need a miracle. Bro. But yo, good luck to everybody else in our fantasy league too. I always say, I hope you win unless you're playing against me, but Syl's going to freaking win this week.
NBA tips off Tuesday. Wemby Mania with Necron. Definitely going to have some reactions to his debut. So, again, we got NBA, we got NFL, SylNation Sports Network, man. We covering everything.
Make sure you subscribe, dude. Put them alerts on. I know there's ESPN. I know there's a bunch of other networks, but, dude, they don't do it like us. And they can't swear on national television, dude. We can say whatever the fuck we want over here.
And they're paid off and stuff. It's like, we're going to tell y'all for real. Like, I don't even like the Lions, but I know they're good, right? They can't tell you that.
Yeah, right. And they can't say on national television that they hate Cowboys Nation. I can't. Yo, peace out, yo. Till next time, we'll see you Tuesday. Peace.